A little dark over here. Welcome, welcome. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, right? And double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believer. All right. And this lesson is going to be entitled Israel Rising. Okay. Israel Rising. So you see that you see what has been stirred up in the earth with at the NBA with the Kyrie Irving, and we also see what happened with Kanye West. All right. They both told the truth, all right, to the best of their ability, because they're not in the truth, but they told the truth to the best of their ability, okay, that we, you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics are the children of Israel, okay, all right, the Negroes being from the tribe of Yahweh, Judah, the Native Americans being from the tribe of Gad, and the Mexicans being from the tribe of Issachar. Okay, so he told the truth, and the truth is in the earth. All right, so let's get so you have no cloak for your sin once you hear it. If you don't seek out the Lord is gonna put you to death when this great tribulation breaks out, and it's coming real soon. All right, so we'll go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 14. How you doing? All right. And that be Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 14. Salakia. Oh wow. Phone boot up here. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh as the waters cover the sea. So the waters, those spiritual waters, living spiritual living waters are covering the earth. Okay, people are checking into what we're talking about now. Okay, so that means that we're getting forever closer to the Most High bringing forth this great tribulation, the famine, all right, the plagues, more plagues on the earth, all right. We know we had the Crown 19. We know we had several earthquakes all around the earth. All of these are signs and birth pains toward the end, all right. All right, so the children of Israel are waking up all over the earth. They're waking up all over the earth, especially now what has happened, okay, with the NBA and the Kanye West thing, all right? We've taken center stage and gone mainstream, okay? All right? So the Lord revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophets, and we are the children of Israel, so the Lord revealed his secrets to us, okay? All right? Amos 3, verse 6. Let's go there real quick. Amos 3, verse 6. And it reads, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? Okay, so the Lord, Yahweh, he creates evil and good. How you doing? He creates evil and good. All right, and we can get that. Unlike Christianity teaches you that the Most High is all love. He's not just all love. he also punishes his servants, all right? All right, which will be the children of Israel. Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. And the Lord's name is Yahweh, all right? In the Bible, it's not Jehovah. It's not Yahweh, or none of those names, okay? There was no E's, O's, or V's in Paleo Hebrew, okay? There was no E's, O's, or V's in Paleo Hebrew, all right? And then the letter J didn't come about to the 1500s, so in no way could the name be Jesus, or it could not have been Jehovah, neither one of those names, all right? The true name of the Lord and Savior is Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, okay? That's the true names of the Lord, okay? All right? Hosea 12:10. Let's get that real quick. Because the Lord is dealing with his servants, the children of Israel. That's who he's dealing with, all right? Hosea 12:10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets, okay? And what the Lord means by that is he's only dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel, and namely Yahweh of Judah. All the prophets came through Judah, okay? Yahweh, the tribe of Yahweh, okay? All right? And of course, he sent down visions, and the men of the Lord prophesied events that will happen in the earth in the future. And very soon, all right, there's a prophecy to be fulfilled that there's going to be famine in the earth. There's going to be class wars and civil wars in the earth due to the fact that there ain't going to be no food, okay? And the Lord is allowing this to take place to basically purge out the rebels in Israel, okay, that don't want to return back to him, and also to put to death the nation of Edom, and the Idumeans, the Edomites, okay, and which is today the so-called Romans, Greeks, and now the so-called they're known as the so-called white man all over the earth, okay, all right. All right, so that's what's coming upon us, a time of trouble like no other, okay? So we don't have much time left, okay? They're going to institute the MOTB, which is the RFID, and let me show you that real quick. This right here is the RFID. This right here is the RFID. All right, this is coming real soon. All right. All right, and that RFID is going to be instituted in the earth real soon after they collapse this economy and bring in the CBDC, central bank digital currency. All right, and it's going to be small like a grain of rice, and they're going to put it in your hand. It's already being instituted in Sweden and the UK, and you can purchase it online right now as we speak. All right. I'm trying to keep my tone a little bit level because I'm in a new location. But anyway, let's carry on. All right. Anyway, we are the watchmen of the Lord. We go to Isaiah 62:6. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold thy peace, no day nor night, yea, that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence. Okay, so we're constantly putting out videos, we're constantly warning our people, the children of Israel, you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, that you are the children of Israel, okay, and the Lord is giving the kingdom of heaven to you, but you have to repent, return back to the Lord in spirit and truth, before the evil come upon the earth. Okay, and let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:1, which says this: the Lord wants you to repent, come back to the Lord before it's too late. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, when you're young, okay? While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay? While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Okay? Because this is what's coming upon the earth. They're going to bring down this economy, okay, and bring in this CBDC. Verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. They're trembling right now because the stock market is constantly down. All right. All over the earth, our dollar is bringing down the currencies of the other nations. All right. So the whole world, that's why we know we're getting close to the end, because the whole world is experiencing this. Okay. Inflation, high inflation, drought all over the earth. Okay. We got a drought never seen before in the world. Okay. In the East Coast, we got a drought. Okay, never before since I've been living on the planet Earth has there been a drought in the East Coast. Okay, so now there's a drought in the East Coast. There was a drought in the West Coast. All right, so we know that the Lord is visiting the earth in which He made. All right, but let's read on. Ecclesiastes 12:3, and this is what's going to eventually happen. Okay, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and grinders shall cease. So there's not going to be no work for anybody. I think Amazon is going to lay off. Okay, Microsoft, I was told, is going to lay off. Okay, all right. So these big companies are starting the layoffs. All right. So what you have to understand is that we're headed toward hyperinflation. All right, they raised the interest rate again. Okay, so they've made it very impossible for normal people to buy a home of their own. Okay, now you pretty much stuck where you are. This has been done strategically and on purpose. All right, because pretty much it's part of the World Economic Forum in order to pretty much put everybody in one place. All right, and to not allow you to be able to move around and about. Okay, because if you can't afford to rent, if you can't afford to own, what are you going to do? You're going to stay where you are. Okay. All right. So then that was a strategy by the New World Order, World Economic Forum. They came up with this. And very soon they're going to crash the economy and bring in this CBD, central bank digital currency. And that's what's going to bring about the Great Tribulation. All right. Because tribulation that's going to come upon the earth, people are not going to be able to get food. All right. Because of this situation that's going to happen. All right. Because they're going to do away with the dollar. All right. All right. So let's read on. We'll read verse 3 again. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. That's your stockbrokers, your big heavy hitters. All right. Your billionaires. They're trembling right now because they can't really, the stock market is constantly down. All right. The day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and grinders shall cease, no more work, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up as a voice of a bird, because there ain't gonna be no work. So, you know, when you hear a bird outside, they're gonna come. That's what they're explaining here. When you hear a bird chirping outside, there ain't gonna be no work. That's when you're gonna get up out of bed. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right. So that this is what's headed our way. Okay. Babylon has been broken. All right. And we'll go to let's go to 2nd Esdras 9:1. All right. All right. 2nd Esdras 9:1. This is out of the Apocrypha. All right. The Apocrypha was in the King James Bible for 200 years before the Catholic Church took it out. Okay. They took it out of the Bible. All right. Why did they take it out? Because of the end time prophecies that are in it. It tells you the end. the actual end of the world. Okay, this world. All right, not the planet. The planet is going to be here forever, but the rulership is going to change. All right, and that's why all this commotion is coming about, because the children of Israel are going to inherit the kingdom. All right, all right. So that's why all of this swarm of activity from the small hats has happened. Okay, all right, because the children of Israel are standing on their feet. Second Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the Lord is visiting the earth right now. He's putting droughts in the East Coast, the West Coast, the UK. Okay, they're under a drought. Okay, he's using the so-called elite, the so-called Luciferians, made up mainly of the Edomites, because they're the ruling class people, to bring about this famine, and change the currency, and they're pretty much making everyone bow to their will. They just blew up the pipeline over there to the UK. So now the people this winter don't know how they're going to be able to heat themselves. Okay, all right. And that prophecy is in Revelation 17, in which tells us that the beast is going to hate the whore, because the beast is NATO and the EU. All right, beast is the NATO and the EU, and they're going to hate the whore. All right, and burn her with fire. How is that going to happen? Through nuclear destruction. All right. Second Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is manifested before our eyes, okay, with these catastrophes that are happening in the earth. Okay, all right. All right, so we are the children of Israel, and we are admonished to warn you of these things, because we are the people of the Bible that the Lord is dealing with, and he's the one who will punish us. All right, all right. Let's bring that out real quick, that we are the children of Israel. All right, so the Lord will punish us for all our doing. All right, all right. Amos 3 and verses 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. So that's one indication. All right, the small hats never were in the land of Egypt. Okay, we were. Okay, all right, our people were the Negroes. All right, all right. I said, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay, so the Lord punishes the children of Israel for all their iniquities. Okay, they can't get out of the covenant which their forefathers made before them. All right, they can't get out of it. In other words, they're under the curses of the Most High. All right, the Lord put us on the bottom. All right, and therefore we were to suffer and pay the Lord back for what we did, or our ancestors did. All right, okay. Let me see if I can't get that real quick, so you can understand. All right, let's see here. Salakia. That one seemed to escape me. Let's see. All right, yeah, it's Exodus 20 and verses. I'll just read 20 verses 1 on down. Okay. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Okay, we were brought out of Egypt in slave cargo ships, right? I mean, we came out of there, we were put into slavery, again, in America, in cargo slave ships, right? All right, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. All right. So when Moses had the covenant made, all right, the Lord freed us by way of Yahweh Shai and the angels, all right, and the chariots, and then the Lord gave us a covenant, all right, with them. And verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power. And this is the point: visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So what the Lord did was he put curses on the children of Israel for not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. All right. And then when we go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, all right, verses 15, we see where he carried out those judgments against them. Deuteronomy 28 verses 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to deserve to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that what has happened. That's what has happened. And with Kyrie and Kanye, they're kind of beginning to understand that right now. They got a firsthand taste of them not being in power. Okay, it is the Edomites that are in power. The so-called white man is in power. Okay, no question about it. Okay, because I think Kanye lost like maybe 3 contracts, and Kyrie lost 1. So I mean that's in the millions of dollars. I mean, okay, Deuteronomy is 28th chapter, and we'll go to 43. Get right to the point. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. That is an indication of who the children of Israel are. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain. Verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. So the Most High put us at the bottom, all right, and put the so-called white man over us and the other nations. Okay, all right. All right, and that's what Kyrie and Kanye are beginning to understand right now. All right, that they're basically a slave in Babylon the Great, along with the rest of us here, just a servant. Okay, all right. No matter how many millions they got, they still are not on top. All right, all right, all right. So we were brought here in servitude. All right. We'll go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and it reads, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So we were brought back to Egypt again after we sinned. Our forefathers sinned against the Lord. He made good on his promise. All right. All right, in the 1300s, we were ruling over there in Europe, in those lands. But before that, in 70 AD, the southern tribe of Israel was taken down by the so-called white man and put into servitude. All right. The rest were put to death. All right. All right. Let me see. Can I get that real quick? Find that real quick. All right. Here it is right here. Luke 21:20, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. This happened in 78 to our people, okay, the Negroes, all right, that were dwelling in the lands, all right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But there shall not inherit, okay, Salakia. All right, let me read that again, verse 21, 21. Then 21:20, Salakia. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. All right. And then we'll read down 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the Gentiles be fulfilled, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. All right. All right. Let me read that one more time so you can understand. And this is what happened to our people. All right. After sinning against the Most High, the Lord allowed the so-called white man to put us in servitude. All right. The southern kingdom. All right. The northern kingdom, they had already came over to the other side of the world, which is America. Okay. The Americas. All right. Luke 21:20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, when those armies came, the Romans came and surrounded Jerusalem in 70 AD. All right. They laid siege to it. Similar to what's happening now. Okay, right now, the siege is not being able to be seen, but there's a siege that has happened. It's been financial. They have crushed the economy by using this so-called pandemic to be able to bring in and usher in their new world order, in which they planned on from the foundation of America bringing in. Hey, how you doing? All right, you know you children of Israel? You know you are the children of Israel? You on the sign right here? Come take a look real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. You're where are you from? Salvador. El Salvador, right? Okay, so that would probably be probably either the Mexicans or the Guatemalan area, Guatemala, either Zebulon or Issachar. That's who you come from. Our people are the children of Israel, okay? All of us were taken down at one time by the so-called white man, all right? The Spaniards, right? Yeah. All right? They came and they put us in servitude, all right? All right? The children, we were in Europe. Our people were in Europe, ruling Europe during the time period of the 1300s, all right? We came out of power. They came back into power, the so-called white man, and took us down and put us in servitude. We are the children of Israel. So the true name of the Lord is not Jehovah, it's Yahweh. And the name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. And that's why all of this is happening in the world. You see the economy's going down, all that, because they know that the children of Israel are rising. And all over the earth, the men of the Lord are preaching the word all over the earth, the true understanding of the Bible. All right, because the kingdom is coming to us, but we have to do the will of the Lord. That's right. Yeah, you know, come back to the Lord and the commandments, which they're listed in the Bible. Let me give you. I know you're in a hurry. I give you my card real quick, and you can look this up yourself. All right, and we have Mexican brothers and sisters too. All right, brothers. Yep. All right, thank you. All right, sure. Uh-huh. You have a good day. Thank you too. Uh-huh. All right, so they from the tribe of Issachar, Zebulon. All right, and their people, all right, went through the same atrocities as us. Okay, all right. They don't speak about this though. They were lynched by the Rangers. All right, hundreds of them were lynched by the so-called white man on this land. All right, so their blood was spilled in Babylon the Great, just like the so-called Negroes. Okay, that were lynched on this land. All right, because again, because of the curses that came upon us. All right, and I read 24, Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. All right. All right. All right. Until the time of the Gentiles. And that is what's happening right now. The Lord is being good on his promises by bringing forth these plagues on the earth. Okay. All these plagues that are hitting the earth right now. Okay. All right. All right, we'll go to verses 9. And we'll look at these signs here. All right. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. So we hear these wars and rumors of wars between Russia, between the Ukrainians. NATO is rising up. Okay, they're mounting up over in Europe to protect their land, okay, of Europe, all right? So we see these things happening, all right? United States trying to get together their weaponry, all right? Their hypersonic missiles, all right? They just announced about a couple of weeks that they perfected a hypersonic missile. That's hard to, I don't know for sure, but that's what they say. But we know that China and Russia got hypersonic missiles that can get here in 30 minutes, all right? All right. Luke 21 and 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands upon you and persecute you, deliver you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And this is going to happen again. We can see that's what the agenda is to put together. We're not ignorant to the devices of the devil, and which the devil means accuser and deceiver, and Satan meaning the adversary. Okay, so this system, this whole Babylonian system, the so-called white man is ruling, is adverse to the laws and statutes and commandments of the Lord. Okay, through legislation that's put forth the ability to be able to kill your unborn child through abortion. Through legislation, they allow man to marry another man, a woman to marry another woman. Okay, so they're adverse to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, the commandments in the Bible. Okay, all right. So Satan meaning adversary, devil meaning deceiver and accuser of the accuser. All right, all right. Just to prove that, we'll go to Revelation 12 and 9. We'll go to Revelation 12 and 9 and read that. And the dragon was cast out. The dragon being cast out is the Roman Empire, the so-called rulership of Edom. All right, over there in the ancient world, they have risen back into power and they rebuilt in America today. All right, so the Edomites rule the planet. All right, the so-called white man is ruling right now. All right, so and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. All right, which deceiveth the whole world. How did he deceiveth the whole world? He deceiveth the whole world by putting up a false image and Xing out the true image of the Messiah, which was a Negro from the tribe of Judah. Okay, he wasn't a Greek. All right, all right. And they also, during the Renaissance period, which means rebirth, painted over all the images when they took over Europe. Okay, in the 1300s. All right, all right. They turned the image from the Negro paintings, and they put up their own images. All right. And that's why we show people this right here, this image right here. All right. They put up a picture of Cesare Borgia and Surpus Christus as the Hamashiach, in which he was a Negro from the tribe of Yahweh. And let's read about that. Let's prove that real quick. That all right. So we'll go to Hebrews 7 and 14. We'll go to Hebrews 7 and 14. That proves that he came from the tribe of Judah. He was not a Greek. So he would have had a Hebrew name, would he not? All right, his name wouldn't have been Jesus. All right, we know the name. It's Yahweh. All right, all right, all right. Hebrews 7 and 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. So he sprang out of Judah. All right, he was from the 12 tribe, the top tribe of Israel, which is Yahweh or Judah. Okay, all right, that's where he was from. Now we'll read and prove what he looked like. Revelation 1 and 13. And we'll read about how he really looked. All right. All right. And this is a revealing of the Hamashiach by John the Revelator. Okay. And it's a revealing of it. All right. Revelation 1 verses 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes was a flame of fire. So he had woolly hair, all right, and he had eyes of fire because he drank a lot of wine. That's in the scriptures. Verse 15, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they were burned in a furnace, and his voice is the sound of many waters. So his feet were like fine brass, that's a golden color, and then as if they were burned in the furnace. If you burn in the furnace, what color you gonna get? You're gonna get a dark skinned color. All right. So that's the true representation of the Hamashiach, was a Negro from the tribe of Yahweh. All right. All right. He was put to death by the Roman Empire, in which the rulers of that day were the Idumean king, the Edomite king, which was a so-called white man, Herod. All right, and Herod did not want Yahweh Shai to be born. Okay, so let me see if I can find that real quick. First. All right, Matthew verses 2. Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east of Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews? All right, for we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard of these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. All right, so Herod was troubled because of the birth of the Messiah, because they knew the prophecy. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where the Hamashiach should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Okay, so this is what got him really confounded, because he was the king, and he didn't want to be overthrown by Yahweh Shai. But Yahweh Shai was not coming to be ruler at that time. Okay, of course he was a child, all right, but he wanted to wipe him out before he grew up. All right, All right, he wanted to wipe him out, and we know that Herod was an Edomite, a so-called white man. All right, so that's very clear. All right, when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where the Hamashiach should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. And you notice how it was said, my people Israel. It didn't say the whole world of America. I mean, whole world of the whole earth. Okay. All right. It was just Israel. That's who this book was written to. It was written to warn the Israelites. All right. And to quicken them in the spirit back to the understanding of this book by way of the Holy Spirit. All right. All right. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, acquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child. And when ye have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And this is the point. And being warned of the Most High in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. Okay. Verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy. And that's the whole point. All right. The Edomite king, all right, seek to destroy the child, okay, which was a Negro, which we proved that, all right, he was a dark-skinned Negro, all right, from the tribe of Judah, and the Edomite king, which was a so-called white man, seek to destroy him. So from the very foundation, this is how it has been, okay? It's been the Edomites in rulership over the Israelites, okay? All right. And so bringing that forward to Luke, we know that our people, a lot of the Pharisees and the ruling priests of the rulers of the time rejected Yahushua, but many did not reject the Lord. Okay, they did not reject the Lord. I think I had it. I'll read that to you. Salakin. Hold on a second here. That's in I think it's in John chapter 3. Let me get that real quick, because it's very important, because a lot of people think that they actually think that Yahushua, I mean that everybody, all the Jews rejected Jesus. I mean Yahushua, but they didn't. Okay, let's get that real quick. All right. Okay. So the elect receive Yahushua, and the elect will receive Yahushua no matter what. Okay. All right, because they are of the elect spirits, a chosen seed of the Lord, and they will return back to the Lord. Okay. So let's read that at that'd be John chapter 1, and we'll go to verse 11. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become sons of the power, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of the Most High. So they were elect spirits. Okay. All right. Verse 17. Because we're under the grace, all right, of Yahushua, because of his blood being spilled, all of Israel has a chance to repent and return back to the Lord in spirit and truth and have salvation. All right. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahushua. See that? Because of his blood that he spilled for the nation of Israel, not for the whole entire world. It wasn't spilled for the whole entire world. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So we can see here where the disciples of John, at verses 34, we read that they also followed Yahushua. All right. So everybody did not reject Yahushua, you know, as a lot of these Christians and stuff try to say, you know, to try to say, well, you all, you know, the Israelites lost out. No, they didn't lose out. Okay. And I know I'm all over the place. I'm just doing this through the spirit. You know, I have a few scriptures written down, but I'm doing this through the spirit. All right. John chapter 1, verse 34. And I saw and bear record that this is the Son of the Most High. Okay, that's John. Again, the next day after John stood and two of his disciples, and looking upon Yahushua as he walked, he said, behold, the Lamb of the Most High. So you can see that his disciples, the disciples of John, believed as well. And the two disciples heard him speak, and they followed Yahushua. So that's the point. Okay. All right. All right. And we'll read on. They came and saw where he dwelt, and abode with him that day, for it was about the 10th hour. One of the two which heard John speak and followed him was Andrew, and Simon, Peter's brother. He first findeth his own brother Simon, and saith unto him, we have found the Messiah, which is being interpreted the Hamashiach. And he brought him to Yahushua. And when Yahushua beheld him, he said, thou art Simon, the son of Jonah. Thou shalt be called Cephas. So as you can see, not everybody rejected Yahushua. All right. Okay. So I just wanted to prove that point there. Okay. All right. So get back to it. All right. So the nation of Israel were brought here in servitude. All right. They pretty much forgot who they were. Okay. And the Lord had to send us the Holy Spirit down into great men, Arbor Bivens over there in New York City, and a lot of the people over there were able to receive the true gospel of the Lord. All right. All right. So, because the Lord had to send, he had to send the prophets back again in order for us to receive this truth. Let me see, can I find that? Yeah. Malachi 4 and verses 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. And in order to understand this, you have to understand the regeneration, that the Lord regenerates the spirits. All right. And the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. Okay. All right. And as we read in Exodus 20, that the Lord can punish you all the way to the 4th generation. Okay. That the ones that don't do the will of the Lord and so forth. And that's the reason why you have to fear Yahweh Shai. Okay. All right. So when a baby gets put to death, you know, it was the Lord. Okay. You wondering, oh, he killed the poor baby. But the Lord, he's infinite in everything that he do. Okay, his judgment goes forth every day. All right, every morning. I think that's Zephaniah 3 and 5. The Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning does he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Okay, so when you sinning against the Most High and going against his commandments, you're stacking up inequity until the Lord comes and puts you to death. All right, just like what happened to Takeoff, that rapper. Okay, eventually he was put down. Right? Why? He was put down because he stacked up inequity against the Lord. All right. He probably heard the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways and did not hearken. Okay. All right. Because I'll read Isaiah 45 and 7 again to emphasize the point that the Lord, he creates evil in the earth. All right. He's in control of everything. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So as you can see, the Lord does all these things. Okay. He's the one who puts wickedness in the earth. That's why you have to fear him. Okay. That's the reason why. All right. All right. 2 Corinthians 5 and 11. This scripture here is telling you to fear the Lord. All right. 2 Corinthians 5 and 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, Yahweh, we persuade men, and that's why we're out here today, to persuade our people, the children of Israel, to return back to the Lord. But we are made manifest unto the Most High, and our trust also are made manifest in your consciousness. So we know the terror of the Lord. That's why we're out here on the highways and the byways trying to convince our people to return back to the Bible and the scriptures. All right, because this is the life. Okay, this is your life. The Lord is going to put to death millions. Okay, all right, real soon. All right. Let's see. Get my bearings again. Salakia. All right, so we again are the children of Israel. We had a proof. Is right in the scriptures for us. All right, to see that the Lord is only dealing with the children of Israel, the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. All right, who were trodden down and destroyed and put on the bottom. Okay, to serve the so-called Edomites. Edom. All right. All right. Joel 2 and 27. Joel 2 and 27 lets you know the Lord is only dealing with Israel. All right. Joel 2 and 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your power, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. Okay. So the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is the God of the children of Israel. All right. The other nations are not included in this covenant. All right. It was only given to the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, the sons of Jacob. All right. All right. So Christianity just goes right out the window. All right. Right out the window. It ain't for everybody. This book was never made for everybody. Okay. We'll go and we'll read that real quick. Who the book was made for. 31 and 31. Jeremiah 31 and 31. This is the covenant that the Lord made with the children of Israel. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay? Not according to the covenant I made with their fathers in that day, that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. So it only mentioned two nations, and that was Judah and Israel. It did not mention the other nations, okay? All right. And the reason why they're not mentioned is because the other nations in the beginning were, according to the will of the Lord, were to be the servants of Israel, okay? We'll go to Hebrews 8:8 and see if the Lord changed the covenant, okay? If he changed it, all right? Hebrews 8 and verses 8, and it reads, For finding fault with them, he said, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay? So he made the new covenant for the house of Israel and the house of Judah. He didn't make the new covenant for the whole world. Okay? Only the 12 tribes of Israel, the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, and their seed line, the seed, okay, the seed of the fathers that came forth from them. All right. So let me read that for you. It's through the seed line, the seed of the father, the sperm. Okay, when they have children, when they have children, the children will be Israelites. Okay, that's how your Hamashiach lineage came down the line. Okay, all the way from Abraham all the way down to Yahushua, the one they call Jesus. That lineage of the fathers. Okay, all right. If you can understand that, Romans chapter 9 tells you this straight out. It's through the father, the seed of the fathers. All right. It says, and this is Paul speaking, he said, For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, okay? The fathers, they're the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, the Hamashiach came. He came for them, okay? The seed line of the fathers of the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? That's what we came for. All right. All right. So you can understand that. All right. So the Lord raised up the so-called white man and the Edomites to rule for a short season. All right. And he brought low the children of Israel to build up the kingdom. This kingdom, America, Babylon the Great, the subsequent lands, nations where the Edomites dwell, they all on top. Okay. That's the reason why they developed after World War II. They have the beast is EU and NATO. Okay, the European Union. They're all made up of so-called white men. All right, European nations. Okay, Caucasian to be straight up. All right, so they're in rulership right now all over the earth. All right, France, Germany, Britain. All right. They took over the lands in Australia, okay, call themselves the Australians and so forth, all right? They call themselves after the name of the lands, all right? But their biblical name, what is it? It's the Edomites. Because how do we know that? Because they are in rulership today, all right? Let's go to, I think it's Psalms 49 and 11. Psalms 49. 11, I think that's it. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So the so-called white man believes in his mind that he's going to be in rulership forever. All right, that's their inward thought. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling places to all generations. And this is the point. They call their lands after their own name. Okay, they call themselves the Australians, the French, the British, all the lands in which they dwell in, they call themselves after their own, the land, name of the lands. Okay, so that identifies them as the biblical Edomites of of our day. Job 9:24 tells us, all right, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. How you doing? He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, so the earth is been given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and that's the reason why they don't keep the commandments. They don't instill the commandments in the earth. Okay, they can still wicked. You know, LGBT again. Okay, LGBT homosexuality is legal in America. Okay, that's against the statutes and commandments of our Lord. All right. See, can I find that? Leviticus 20:13. Praise God. I didn't even know that scripture. Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with a man as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. But it's legal in America. All right. Okay. So that's the reason why the Lord is bringing this nation down. Okay. And allowing these atrocities to come forth, these prophecies, these tokens. All right. All right. So Leviticus 20:13, if a man also lieth with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So you see that? All right. The Lord has commanded that in the scriptures that the children of Israel keep these laws, okay, to the best of their ability. We can't keep them all, and they're not going to give us salvation, okay, all right. But these laws will be instituted in the kingdom, all right. We rehearse the righteous acts, Judges 5:11. All right, we rehearse the righteous acts, all right, because in this kingdom we can't keep the laws perfectly. All right. Some of us have to work during the Sabbath day, which is on the new moon. Okay. Some of us have to work. So see, we're in Babylon the Great. All right. Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. All right. So we're going to rehearse the righteous act to the best of our ability. We're going to try to keep the law. We're going to keep the dietary law the best we can. We're going to keep the Sabbath day the best we can, so forth. That's what the Lord is talking about. Okay. I mean, you can no way keep the laws perfect. All right. That's the reason why he had to make that sacrifice. That's the reason why he had to die on the cross. All right. So, all right. So you understand that. All right. So we, let me see if I can find that group. All right. We're the children of Israel. All right. And the Lord, he didn't punish us for nothing. All right. Punished us for a reason. Baruch 4:4, this is in the Apocrypha. All right. They took this out of the Holy Bible. It was in the King James Version, 1611 version, for 200 years. All right. Baruch 4:4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. All right. Verses 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemy. So we were delivered unto our enemies, not our friends. All right. So we were put down at the bottom, made to serve. Oh, okay. All right. All right. But we're being risen up right now. We're being risen up. Okay. Out of the dust. Okay. Back to the understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this body. Baruch 5:1. It says, put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of mourning and affliction. Okay. So we had a garment of mourning and affliction, slave garments. We were put down at the bottom. We didn't know who we were as a people and so forth. All right. but now we're being risen out of the dust back up. Okay. Baruch 5:1. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever. Cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from the Most High, and set a diadem on thine head of thy glory of the everlasting. For the Most High will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. And that's what's happening now. That brightness is being shown with the Kanye West coming forward and telling who we were as a people, with Kyrie pointing people to Hebrews and Negroes movie, in which it goes off in a lot of ways, but it's a stepping stone to people being able to understand the truth. All right. Okay. Baruch 5:3 again. For the Most High will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. For thy name shall be called of the Most High forever, the peace of righteousness and the glory of the Most High's worship. Okay. Verse 5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look toward the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west. Did we not get sold in the west? Did not the royal house of Judah Yahweh get sold to the so-called Edomites, the Idumean in the west? All right. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look toward the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in remembrance of the Most High. So this word is gathering the elect spirits back to Yahweh Shah. And eventually salvation is going to come from the west. Okay, the Lord is going to send forth his angels, all right, to redeem Israel out of here physically. All right, we already been redeemed spiritually. The elect have been redeemed, but physically it's going to be redeemed. That's the reason why the Pentagon has enacted the Space Force. All right, that's the reason why there's been an uptick in UAPs and UFOs, okay, in the planet. People have noticed a lot of them. Those are the angels and chariots of the Lord, okay? And that's the salvation, all right? That's going to be the salvation of Israel, all right? Okay. All right. So the Lord is rising us out of the dust. We're coming back to the true understanding of this Bible and the word, and we're rehearsing the righteous acts, okay, to the best of our ability. Isaiah 60:1. Arise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. All right. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising. All right. So there's two types of Gentiles. The Gentiles being what is noted for all mankind in Genesis chapter 10:1 on down. But the Lord has scattered us into all lands for forsaking his word, his law. All right. And we became Gentiles. We became Gentiles in those lands we were scattered in. All right. All right. Let's go to Tobit 3:13, which tells that. All right. 3:13. Salakia. All right. I got it turned around. Yeah. Tobit 13:3, and it reads, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them. So we're in America today, scattered amongst the heathen. So we took on the attributes of the heathen, which Christmas, New Year's, all the holidays and so forth. All right. So there's a Gentile, there's two types of Gentiles. One being the nations, the other nations, and all the nations, and then there's the Gentiles, Gentile foreigners that are Israelites that became Gentiles. Okay, all right. So a lot of people are confounded by this. They're very confounded. They don't know the Bible, but that's the reason why we're on the scene to explain this to people so they can have understanding and wisdom and understanding. All right. So we'll go through it real quick. We were scattered. All right. That was one of the curses that the Lord brought on the children of Israel. All right. All right. Let me explain that. Deuteronomy 28:64, and it reads, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people." All right. There we go. There's the scattering. Some people call it diaspora. Okay. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, Shalaki, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Did not that happen to the Negroes that came over here to the land? They turned to Islam. They turned to, which is worship of the Kaaba stone, Buddhism. They turned to all types of religion. All right, and became Gentiles. Okay, that's what the Lord is talking about. Okay, they became Gentiles, and that's who Paul also came to save as well. All right, and I'll explain that in a second. All right, so let's go to who these books were written to. These books of in the New Testament. Let's go to James 1:1, and this basically proves what my point. Okay, James, a servant of the Most High. That's James 1:1. James, a servant of the Most High, and of the Lord Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Okay, so this letter was written to the 12 tribes of Israel. It wasn't written to the whole world. You understand that? James, a servant of the Most High, and of our Lord Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. Okay, so that's one point. Okay, the letter was written, the letters of Paul written to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, all right. Now he's being direct with it. All right, it's kind of hard to not be able to see. All right. Okay, let's look at another one. 1 Peter 1:1. All right. All right. Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, to the strangers meaning Gentiles, scattered. Okay. See, they were scattered and they became strangers. All right. All right. Throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. Who were they? Elect, according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Grace unto you and peace be multiplied. So again, we see that the elect, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, they were the ones who were scattered. Okay, and that's what we're talking about. All right, all right. You're scattered elect. I think it's one more. Let me look for it here. All right, that's okay. I think I missed that one, but there's one more. I'm not sure where it is. It's not coming to me. Acts 3:25. Acts 3:25. Let's read that. Ye are the children of the prophets. Okay, and as I talked to you about in the scriptures, in Exodus, it said that he punishes to the fourth generation. So in order for us to be the children of the prophets, the regeneration and reincarnation had to happen. Okay, the Spirit came back into us. All right, the children of Israel. Okay, verse Acts 3:25. Ye are the children of the prophets and of the covenant which the Most High made with our father, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed, the seed of the fathers, shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed. All right, because when the laws are reestablished back in the earth again, okay, the laws that were given to Israel. All right, when Yahushua returns, the laws are going to be reestablished in the earth. The nation of Edom and the Edomites, the so-called white man, their kingdom is going to be cast down, known as Satan the devil. All right, they're going to be cast out of rulership. All right, and the children of Israel are going to begin ruling. All right, and at that time, the laws are going to be reinstituted back in the earth. Okay, all the laws. Okay, they're going to be reinstituted in the earth. All right, and that's what this ministry is all about, to bring back the children of Israel before the Lord ends this kingdom. All right. So, Salaki, going through the spirit, trying to figure out. Tell you, okay, yeah. Daniel 7 and 20, 26 and 27. All right. We'll go to 25. We'll read from 25. Okay. Just letting you know who's gonna get the kingdom of heaven. All right. The next rulership. Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. Okay. They put the royalty of Israel in servitude. All right. Here in America, in the West, and scattered abroad. Right. There was great slavery in this land, right? Okay. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. As today our time went back, he changed the time, okay, at his will. All right. Our clock went forward or something. I think that yeah, today. All right, today is the 7th, I think, of all right. All right, yes, the 7th of November. All right. So, and he shall speak great words. This will be the Edomites, the nation that took us down, the Romans. All right, the so-called white man, against the Most High, shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hands until a time, and times and dividing the time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. They shall take away his dominion. Who is that? The children of Israel. Okay, to consume and to destroy it until the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the whole greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. So Yahushua and Hamashiach and the angels are going to take down this kingdom ruled by the so-called white man in the Edom. He's going to take it down by way of the chariot and by way of nuclear destruction that's going to come upon the earth. So if we're calling our people back to the true knowledge of this book, so you will be covered during that time period. All right. All right. So Isaiah chapter 30 tells you that you're covering with a covering that is not the truth, and therefore the Lord is not going to save you when all hell breaks loose, in which great tribulation is on the way. The currency is getting ready to change. All right, they're going to bring an end to this dollar. All right. All right. Isaiah 30 verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth. So we told you that you were sent to another Egypt, all right, in cargo slave ships, right? All right. The northern kingdom, all right, these Mexicans, these Guatemalans, what do? They come down into Egypt too, don't they? Yeah, they do. In order to obtain a better life. Because the Lord has risen the Edomite. It's their time to rule. Okay. He has risen up the so-called white man. So the tribes come down to Egypt. You get that? All right. All right. So it says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that don't rely on this Bible, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, inequity, that go down into Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Verses 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, trust in America, Babylon the Great. All right. Your confusion. Because when you go to the ATM and put your debit card in there, and it don't work, it don't spit out no money no more, you're gonna know that something is wrong, right? And that's what they have in store for you, is the new world order. Okay. They have in store for you the new world order. Okay. All right. They're going to bring forth a totalitarian rule, okay, over the whole planet. All right. This is going to be instituted. The CBDC, central bank digital currency, is going to be instituted over the whole planet. Okay. All right. It's going to be digital money. All right. And it's going to be run on a blockchain, possibly, in which they'll be able to monitor all your transactions. And if you speak against the government or anything, they can cut you off. Okay, they can stop you if you go online, where you see, and they're showing you this about what happened to Kyrie and Kanye. Okay, they're cutting them off. The wicked, the rulers of this world, are cutting off Kanye and canceling. They ain't cut them off yet. They're canceling Kanye and Kyrie. Okay, and they're showing you what their plans are. Okay, that's the future plan is a social credit score. It's already been instituted in China, and they're going to come with this social credit score on top of this CBDC. All right, they're going to pay out a UBI, possibly universal basic income. When they crash the economy, they're going to pay out a universal basic income. All right, and then they're going to institute the MOTB. All right, all of this is going to lead to civil war. All right, and unrest. All right. Okay, and that's what we're here to warn you about. Okay, because this is coming. It's coming fast. All right. All right. I mean, just think about it. In China, they're seeking the CBDC. Russia, they coming with a CBDC. All right. Over there in Africa, they're coming with a CBDC. It's going global. All right. So that's what's going to bring about that grain of rice that they're going to put into your right hand. All right, and you're going to become a serf forever to the nation of Edom. All right, the Edomite, the so-called white man. But it ain't. It's going to bring forth World War III, and the Lord is going to destroy this place. All right, Babylon the Great. All right, that's what we're warning you about. Revelation 13 and 16, and it reads. We'll go with 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, and so this is a beast system, EU, NATO, all right, beast system. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this has already been instituted. In the UK, it's already instituted. It's been instituted in Sweden as well. People are literally doing this. They're injecting themselves with this small grain of rice in their hand, and they're conducting business. All right, they're opening doors and so forth. That's going to be across the whole planet. All right. That's the last ditch effort of the so-called white man's rulership. All right. All right. But what's going to happen when, and this is the warning from Yahweh, that this is what's going to happen to you if you take this. If you take this into your hand, what's going to happen? And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast system, NATO, America, and EU, the whole system, and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that fire and brimstone is going to come by way of the chariots, all right, and it's going to come by nuclear destruction, all right, because it's been John the Revelator prophesied 3 world wars, okay, in the Bible, all right. All right, let's get that real quick. All right. Salakia. Find this real quick. All right, we'll go to Revelation 8 and 13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by the reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. Okay. Okay. Let's go to find this here. All right. Revelation 9 and 12. Okay, we heard woe, woe, woe. Woe meaning destruction. That's what that means. This is what John prophesied. Revelation 9 and verses 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. So the prophet John told us about the world wars. Okay. All right. So then when we go to Revelation 11 and 14. All right. Because we know we had World War I, World War II, and now we're coming into World War III. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So the third woe cometh quickly. All right. And it's coming quickly. We got China with hypersonic missiles. We got Russia with China hypersonic missiles. All right. We got the whole world mounting up for war. All right. All right. The whole world. All right. Okay. So so now you know. I just told you basically the prophecies of world war is in the Bible. Now you know it's in here. Okay. Just look them scriptures up. Rewind the video. All right. All right. Read that Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. All right. So there is going to be a world war. All right. All right. So let's see here. All right. Let's get into it a little bit. Let's go to Jeremiah 51. All right. And it reads, first we'll go to, before I read that, let's go to Revelation 7 and 1. Salaki. Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind shall not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Okay. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, So there's going to be a time when the Lord is going to send for destruction on the earth. That's what it's telling you. And I just told you where is listed in the Bible, the three woes in the Bible: World War I, World War II, and World War III. All right. So the Lord is holding back the four winds of destruction until the elect is sealed. The elect of Israel is sealed all over the earth. That's the only reason why he hasn't destroyed this place and brought in the kingdom of heaven. All right. Verse 7. I read that again. 7 and 1. After these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal, okay, the seal, and that would be the Thawada, exemption of judgment for the elect, okay, 144,000 of Israel, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. They return back to the full knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Bible. Okay, that's what it is. The sealing is. All right. But after that is done, this is what the Lord has in store. Okay, he's gonna release those four winds of destruction. All right. It says Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, Babylon being modern day America today. All right. Babylon being modern day America today. I will raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. Didn't it say that he's holding back the four winds of destruction in Revelation? He's going to raise up. Let me read that again. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they are thrust through in her streets. For Israel has not been forsaken. So this is what it is. It's vengeance. The Lord is raising up this for the vengeance of Israel and Judah. They will put to death on this land and on this soil. All right. Hang, lynch. The Native Americans will burn out of their houses, destroy the children of Israel. Okay. So the Lord is telling you in verse 5, for Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Okay, they broke the commandments and stuff. All right, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon, that's America, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is a time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. All right. So there's going to be a revenge, recompense, that's going to be carried out for the children of Israel that were murdered on this soil. All right. Okay. Verse 7. Behold. Verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken by the philosophies. Okay. Christianity. By promoting LGBT in the earth, okay? LGBT flags, all that. Wickedness, okay? All right? Behold, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. This is the golden city. Everybody comes here for, to make money. That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Okay, and right now the NATO is beginning to turn. Okay, because we have destroyed their source of heating source. All right, and the scriptures tell us that they are going to turn against America, Babylon the Great. All right. All right. Verses 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, be she may be healed. So all these interest rate hikes, all these changes ain't going to work. It's not going to work because there's no remedy for this place, because it's time to fall. It's time for this kingdom to fall and to go out. All right. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. And that's for all the foreigners that came over here. You might want to leave because missiles will be headed our way real soon. Okay. And let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches into heaven and is lifted up into even to the skies. Verses 10. The Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh, our power. And that's what we're out here to do, to declare the work of the Lord. All right. He is putting the spirit on Putin at this time, on the China, to get their weapons up and ready. Okay. All right. Verse 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shield. The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. And that's the ancient land of the Medes that the Russians are in right now. For his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. All right. Because the tribe of Yahweh is here. That's the royal tribe of Judah, Yahweh. All right. And they put to death millions of us here. Okay. According to statistics. All right. When you make the comparison of the so-called Jewish people, the Jewish people, all right, 6 million died, right? But according to the transatlantic slave trade information, from 60 to 150 million Negroes died coming over here to America, all right, in this land, 60 to 150 million. There's no comparison to 6 million small hats, okay? All right. We're not, and we haven't included the Native Americans. All right. They put to death the Native Americans on this land as well. Okay. All right. All right. So the Lord is bringing vengeance upon them. All right. For that reason. And it's in the it is I think it's Numbers 35 and 31, or let me see here. Let me see, can I get it? Yeah. Numbers 35 and 31. This is the commandment of the Lord. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So all of the Native Americans that were put to death were Israelites. So were the Negroes that were put to death on this land, and Issacharites, the so-called Mexicans, put to death on this land. All right. So the Lord is saying, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Okay. So that's the reason why the destruction is coming. It's coming down on Idunia, the Edomites, the so-called white man. All right. He did not get away from the situation. All right. The Lord has not forgotten. Okay. And that's the reason for the destruction. It's going to make things right, because he's going to put to death son and nephew on this land. Okay. All right. Let's get that real quick. And we'll go to Isaiah chapter 34. All right. Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein the world. and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. But I thought the Most High was all love. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. So the Lord has already seen this in the future, in future tense. He's telling you it's going to happen. All right. But their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood. How is it going to be melted? Nuclear fire. Okay. From the nations shooting off those missiles, they're going to be burnt and melted. All right. And all, verse 4, and all the hosts of the heavens shall be dissolved. So everything is going to be melted, dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That mushroom cloud, when that missile hit, is going to come up and plume up like a scroll. That's the only way that that Isaiah could describe it. Isaiah could describe it. John the Revelator described it the same way. All right. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. All right. All the rulership and everything around you going to be melted. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from a vine. Hosts being all their armies, and as a falling fig from a fig tree. And the Lord is telling you who he's coming after. All right. He's telling you who. In verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse, the judgment. And that would be your so-called white man. All right. They were the Greeks. Then they became the Romans. All right. All right. Did they not? Then they came back into power in the 1300s after being in the darkness for 1,000 years. Then they took down the Negroes. All right. Put them over in West Africa. And then they made slaves out of them over here in America and around the world. That's the story. That's the true story. All right. All right. So, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's the missiles coming down. Behold, it shall come down on Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right. Go down to verse 8. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Okay. It's for his people. All right. All right. And we'll read the controversy of Zion. All right. And who is his people? Psalms 148:14 tells you who it is. All right. Psalms 148:14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. So the children of Israel are the saints. Okay. And he's going to bring forth destruction on America, Babylon the Great for them. Okay. All right. And he's identified the people who he's going to destroy. All right. Mainly. All right. And all those who are joined unto them shall also be destroyed. All you wicked Negroes, Native Americans, you join yourself unto them, coming against the gospel, you're gonna get it too. Isaiah 13:15, it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Okay, because in Isaiah 13 it's talking about the judgment. Okay, we'll start at 13 just to go through it. All right, because this is all through the Bible, the judgment, the day of the Lord. Okay, we'll go to verse 11. Isaiah 13:11. I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. The wicked being the so-called white man, the Edomites, the Idumeans, okay, the Greeks, the Romans. All right, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud. So you're gonna bring this pride strength down to the earth to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the table. I will make a man more precious than the fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. Did we not say that missiles are going to come down on America, Babylon the Great? All right. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roll, as a sheep that no man taketh up, because everybody's going to be running when people declare that they're going to shoot these missiles over here. All right, they're going to be running. And it shall be as a chase roll, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. And everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Okay. Verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. So that's what's coming. That's called the day of the Lord. All right. Okay. And that's what we're warning you against. All right. Okay. All right. Because everything has been made clear. Okay. All right. All right. To the holy. And we know that the Lord is going to revenge us for what happened to our people on this land. It states that Matthew 1 and verses 21. All right. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. His people. He didn't say the whole world. All right. Just to emphasize that. All right. So the nation of Edom, the Edomites, so-called white men, had destroyed the earth. Okay. They destroyed the earth. Let's read about it. Behold, Isaiah 24th chapter verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with the master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall utterly be empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. So the Lord is telling you that it's going to be a day of the Lord, that you might as well prepare for the day. Get your life right now. The land shall utterly be empty. So we seen in several places where the prophets are talking about the end. Okay. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. Verse 4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world language and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do language. And this is the point. Verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Okay, so the current rulers right now are the so-called Idumeans, the Edomites. They're under the rulership. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. All right. Therefore has the curse devoured the earth. Okay. That's why the food's not growing properly. The food's not growing properly. And also the droughts are hitting the earth. Okay. All right. So therefore has the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and a few men left. Okay. So verse 5, I'll read it again. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, the rulers, okay, because they have transgressed the laws, enacted LGBT, all these things. All right. Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore has a curse devoured the earth. Okay. We go to Revelation 11 and 18. So, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. Okay, that be that would be the end of this rulership. The nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. And this is the point, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay, so the Lord is going to pretty much destroy the wicked from the earth. Okay. But we're standing upon our feet right now. We're standing upon our feet. The men of the Lord have been quickened back into the spirit. I guess we'll go to Ezekiel 37, verses 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. Okay, so this is semblance of the children of Israel that were they didn't have any living water in them to understand this Bible. Okay, they were put into captivity in all these subsequent lands. And let's continue on. Verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. And that's why I'm out here today. Okay. Thus saith the Lord power, unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring you up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and flesh came upon them, and skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Okay, so the Lord had to send that Holy Spirit. Okay, all right. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So we were scattered to the four corners of the earth in slavery and servitude, right? But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the men of the Lord, the prophets, through this living water, they would live again. That's what this symbolized. They would live again. The prophets will receive this truth and understand it and be activated. All right. Verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. And that's all the camps, all the men of the Lord that are out here on the highways and the byways, teaching the true understanding of this book. All right. So then we'll go to Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. All right. All right, because we are standing on our feet. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as has afflicted him, and made no account of his labor. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and in a reproach a proverb or reproach, you know. So that's what happened. We were put into servitude, and then they called us names, niggers, jigaboo, all those type of proverb names, right? But this is what the scriptures are saying. And they repenting and groaning for anger spirits shall say unto them, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounting his life madness and his end to be without honor. Okay. All right. That's us. Okay. Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? Okay. So we were those valley of dry bones that needed living water, and through the preaching of this word, we're being gathered by the word of the Holy One back into the gospel, okay, back into the truth of his holy word. All right. And with that, I say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honor to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.